Hi, I'm Janet Clark, founder of The Freedom Shift and WIN, the Women's Impact Network. And my mission is to help Christian and spiritual women to create a business based on faith, family, and freedom. Today's topic is discover the hidden key to attracting your ideal clients and making more money while fulfilling your mission. So we all need to attract clients in order to have money to fund our mission. Even if your mission is to stay home and raise your children or take care of an elderly parent or another loved one, you need to make money so that you can fulfill that mission. Maybe your mission is to be a coach or a trainer or an author or a service provider. Your mission still requires you to attract your client, and those clients are those people who you are called to serve. Now, most people find this difficult, even though you may already know that you offer a valuable service. You may want to be charging a high ticket offer or price for it. You may find it difficult to figure out how to get people to trust you because you know that you have a great offer for them. Even if it's not high ticket, even if it's low ticket, sometimes it's difficult to get people to say yes to you. So, many people think that it's because they are charging too much or their offer just isn't right, or maybe they just think, I just don't know how to sell. But all of those are just tactics and they are easy to fix. And we can definitely show you how to create the right offer, how to price your offer right, and also how to sell it. And that's the coaching that I've done literally for the last 15 years. And I now offer that free in the Women's Impact Network. But what I've come to realize is that the big missing piece is attracting the right prospects to get your tribe, the right people who want to buy from you or work with you or say yes to you. So you need to have a list, and that's not just a following on social media, but an actual email list, people who have taken that step to give you their email address. And then you can build that know, like, and trust factor with them, because you have to do that before they're going to say yes to work with you. Now, many of you have a list of prospects, but those prospects don't really know what you stand for. And they don't know why they should trust you, or if you can even help them, or how you can help them. So even if you're very active on social media, even if you put out lots of videos and you send really well-written emails, or you create great content for newsletters and all of that, very often people still don't know you. There's something still missing. And what that is authenticity. Too many of you are trying to copy, mimic, or use someone else's persona or success strategy to attract your tribe. And guess what? It's not working because your soul isn't in it. Maybe your heart's in it, maybe your head is in it, but your soul is dormant. And it comes across to people. You may already even have some clients. You may be making some money, but you aren't feeling fulfilled. You're still living in lack and you're not loving your work. It feels stressful. So look, I remember hitting a point in my life where I literally had hit all my goals. I had a multi-six-figure consulting business. I liked my clients. I was good at the work that I was doing. I was living my life of freedom. I had 2 homes. One of them was at the beach. My kids were grown and launched off into the world. And I should have been on top of the world myself. I should have been happy. But something was missing. Something wasn't right. So fortunately, I was able to discover what that missing thing was. And it obviously had to do with my soul wasn't engaged in my life. There was a disconnect. Things were not in alignment. And it led me on a 20-year journey to discover what was missing. And it's brought me to this point now. Now, I'm not going to go into all those stories later in trainings and on the channel. I'll be talking about those stories. But the answer is that my life work just wasn't in alignment with my soul's purpose. I wasn't living authentically. So now I am. And now I am excited to shout my true spiritual beliefs and my true, in my case, Christian beliefs from the rooftops rather than hiding in the basement somewhere. Are your spiritual beliefs integrated into your work? Do people know that? Are you shining the light of your soul out into the world? Or are you worrying about being politically correct or fear of rejection or I don't want to offend anyone? Well, guess what? There's no possible way that you can go through this life without offending someone. And I know that Jesus and his disciples didn't worry about that. They had a message that they needed to get out into the world, and they didn't worry about who wasn't going to receive the message. They worried about who could hear them and who were looking for them. So how do you become authentic? Well, you have to, because otherwise you're stifling your own creativity. And we all know we're here to co-create with God. And so we have to bring our soul and our divine nature into everything that we do in our life and in our work. So if we don't become authentic, it's death to our soul. And it's never going to fill you up with peace and contentment. So let's talk a little bit about authenticity for a minute. It's interesting that the Merriam-Webster Dictionary recently announced that authentic is the annual word of the year. And the reason that they chose that word is because of the high volume of dictionary lookup and the concept that people are clearly thinking about and writing about and interested in. According to Merriam-Webster, authentic has a number of meanings, including not false or imitation. It's a synonym of real and actual, and also true to one's own personality, spirit, or character. Now, why all of this interest all of a sudden in authenticity? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, obviously, the rise of AI, which I'm sure we're all using to some degree, but it has created and caused a line between what is real and what is fake. So the line is blurred now. All of those slick, professional, flashy, beautiful people videos are less desirable to people because they're not real. People are searching for truth. And on top of that, after 4 years of blatant media spin, all the fear-mongering that's gone on, all the censorship and the cancel culture that we're now living in, people are searching for truth. People are looking for other people who will show up authentically and walk their talk. So there are 3 components to authenticity. The first is know yourself. Reflect on what truly matters to you. And it's rarely money. It's also rarely just a desire to help other people. It's much deeper rooted than that. It's at the core of what you value, your non-negotiable values. That is how you know yourself. For me, I know it's my faith in Jesus Christ, it is my family, and it is my freedom. And freedom to me means my financial freedom, my time freedom, and my freedom to believe whatever I choose to believe and to be able to speak about that and to show up in that. The second thing is once you know yourself, you need to be yourself. That means that you need to speak and act in ways that are in sync with your values, regardless of whether you are pleasing somebody else. You have to be you. Okay? The third thing is you have to have the courage to stand in your truth. And that means that you need to continuously be truthful with yourself and with others. Say what you think and what you believe without fear. Now, when Jesus called his disciples, they were afraid. They were afraid to stand in the truth, even though they knew what it was. They knew what they believed. They knew what they saw with their own eyes. They knew also, though, that there were people out there who were longing for that truth, who truly did want to hear their message, even though they were afraid that they were going to get stoned or thrown in jail or whatever. I mean, fortunately for us, that our fear is much more, getting our feelings hurt, luckily, right now, anyway. But if they had lived in fear and they were hesitant to share the good news, then the souls that they ended up bringing to Jesus and bringing to the truth would have stayed lost. And I pretty much know that if you are here and you are listening to this right now, especially if you're still here, in spite of what I've said so far, that you are a woman on a mission. And your mission isn't just to make money, but it's your calling that you have to serve others with your unique talents, your unique gifts, and in a spiritual way. So if you continue to show up and play small, if you continue to sound like every other person in your industry or field, you aren't going to stand out. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." And it's the same for you. You are called to be a shepherd, to speak out so that your sheep can hear your voice and follow you. You have something to share with them, something that's going to enhance their lives. Somebody has to be their teacher, and that is you. You must speak to them, and don't worry about those who belong to another shepherd. Your work is not to coerce or to cajole or to even convert. Your job is to go up to the mountain and shout your message so that those who are looking for you will hear you and they will find you and they will follow you. And you get to serve them in that way. So the message today is be authentic. This is the key to attracting your ideal clients and fulfilling your mission. That is how you are going to find your own peace and your own joy and your own happiness. And if you want my help as a mentor, if what I'm saying resonates with you, either comment yes or reach out to me. You should obviously subscribe to the Freedom Shift YouTube channel and put a like there, make a comment, and obviously like this video if you're watching it in the WIN Facebook group. So my final parting words to you are, if this is speaking to you, if you know that you need some help and some support, and you want to link arms with us and you want to get together and be part of a movement of women who are out there shouting from the mountaintops and helping the masses, then come and join us. Be a part of our movement, because together is how we rise up. So thank you for listening, and I will be back again with more of my insight and my own proclamations of truth for you as we go forward. Bye for now.